My name is Jason, and I'm here for a Daily Dose of Hope, day 310. So nice to meet you and nice to see you again. So, a Daily Dose of Hope is just that. These times that we're in can be quite confusing, and things can get a little bit wacky, and it can seem sometimes like you're in a low budget science fiction film. And so, this is just something I was guided to do back in February of 2024 to just come on. As they said, the energies would start picking up and things would start getting wackier and wackier as they have been. And yes, and the idea of a daily dose of hope is just that there is the yin and yang symbol, and then there's two sides, right? But if you look closely, there's a little middle line there, and that's what we're trying to go down. We're trying to see all the stuff that's going on. We can't ignore it, it's there. I mean, we can try to hide our hands in the sand, and that's fine as well. But sooner or later, we're going to see it in front of us somehow, at the supermarket or wherever. And so rather than hiding from it, just acknowledge, okay, it's there. I see it's there. I understand it. I understand that everything has a meaning. Maybe I don't understand what the meaning is, but I understand that everything is there for a purpose. And maybe I don't understand, and that's fine. But just seeing it all, letting it all play out the way it needs to play out, and then allowing yourself and your story to play out as well, because you've got your own story as well. So you don't need to be influenced by all these other stories. It's like, okay, that's a great story, that's a great story, that's a great story, but this is my story, and I'm walking this middle path, and I'm seeing all this stuff happening, and I'm not going into judgment, I'm not going into fear. If there's something that you want to that you feel like you should do something about, then use your words, write a letter, these kind of things, and then let it go. There's no need to hold on to all of this energy, and really there's no need to join into the polarity. I mean, it's the only way out of the polarity game, which is the third dimensional realm, is the middle path, the neutral path. That's it. That's the exit. We're always trying to find, like, no, if I'm super rich, if I'm super famous, or if I'm super whatever it is, then I'll find my way out. It's like, nope, it's just another trap. The only way out is the neutral point. The only way out is understanding that everything's happening for a reason. We're all one, but we come down here and to be all separate, and that's what we're here to do, and just have all these experiences. And so just understand that we're not really here as well. Oh, my piano is making noises. So what I wanted to talk about today is I want to talk about seeds that are planted in our life, and I want to talk about it in the way that we have a twice monthly membership kind of meeting, and we get together on meeting. We just get together, and I channel. Everyone brings their questions, and I channel them. And then I think it was the last one we were talking a lot, or the one before that, about how it's really important that we analyze our dreams, but we don't really analyze what happens in our normal life, right? When we have a dream, we're like, what does this mean? Oh, and we look it up, and okay, like in my dream, there were twins. Wow, what does twins mean? But we don't usually look at what's actually going on in our life and realize that it's the same amount. There's so much symbolism, there's so much importance in all the things that's happening around you. And that if you start to recognize that, then it will be a little bit easier, I think, for your guides to push you in the right direction or guide you in the right direction, if you choose to go in that direction. Now, for me, two instances. So this listening to guidance thing is relatively new for me. Started in around 2019, 2020, around there. But before that, I had intuitions and things like that, and I usually would ignore them. So this is what we were talking about yesterday, about how, we all have these inner nudges, but whether we follow through on them or not, it's up to us, right? But when we tend to not follow those nudges and follow our heart, we tend to end up in places where we didn't really want to be. And so, for example, when I was a kid, when I was like 14 or so, I was practicing piano, and like I was really into the piano, and I think I was practicing Bach, but nothing too serious. It was just like that, the piece for Anna Magdalena Bach, the ding 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 ding, that one, really really easy stuff. And so yeah, I was nowhere near a great pianist. I just love the piano. I love Bach, which I realized when I was playing him. not too much of it, but I was listening to a lot of Bach at the time, and I was really into the complexity of it, just that world. And so I was practicing a little bit, and then I guess somehow I guess I was really tired, and I fell asleep on the piano bench. And in my dream, I was awake and I was sitting on the piano bench and I was writing music like Bach, on a piece of sheet music. And and I woke up and I was like, oh, that's it. That's what I want to do. I want to be a composer like Bach. And so that's what I spent a lot of my life doing or moving towards. And so that was a very clear image, and I followed through on it. That was it was Bach coming through. It was like, all right, hey Bach, all right, good idea. Another thing that recently came out was that I didn't realize was that when I was a kid, I went to this music festival close to my house, not too far away, and so festival is just like a group of people getting together and just practicing a lot. Then we had a little recital at the end or something. But I remember at the school was very much geared towards music therapy, teaching music therapy. And I remember like having a meeting with the teacher there, and and I was really interested. And just that would be a great career to have, be a musical therapist. But I never ended up doing it. But it was just I just reminded of it, and it was a hint. It was put there on my path, and that's why I think for me music is therapy. I mean, whatever I do, I'm always trying to either relax myself or create music that might heal others. So, and so the reason I'm going into this personal story is just that there are so many seeds that are being planted, and you may not notice them, but you'll maybe notice them later. But why not just notice them now? So being aware of your reality now, like what's happening in your life, what is coming up a lot. For example, numbers, of course, these kind of things. But also, in addition to that, what just happened today? Did anything interesting happen? Did you run into someone that you haven't run into in a long time? Why? What's the reason behind it? Did you see something that you haven't seen in a while? Did a video come up in your feed that you haven't seen in a while, or that you have never seen? Or did you get this intuition recently? And so the idea is that we are always planting seeds for the future. And that's what the guides had said, that we're always planting seeds for the future. And so it's important to be aware of what you are planting, because a lot of seeds are coming to fruition now, and we are planting the new seeds as we go along. So what we're doing now is creating our future. So just being aware of everything that's happening, because this will be creating your future. So that's what I wanted to share. So I'm going to go into channeling, and maybe they can go a little bit more in depth in this and explain that a little bit more. So here we go. Greetings. We are that one that you know of as Yeshua. And we are here, and we are here, and we are here. And what a beautiful here to be in, a beautiful time to be in for all of you, and for us to experience that through this being, this time on your planet, is a bit of a lull in a very, very high energetic wave. You are given these little respites in between. So the energetic waves that are approaching your planet are similar in a sense to a roller coaster, but at the same time, this is a roller coaster that has many uh, places to relax and rest. There is a giant hill, but once you overcome one giant hill, there's a bit of rest and relaxation. You could imagine that the roller coaster has a bed set up so that after you go down the one hill, you can just lie down in that bed a bit and relax and incorporate all of the energy that you have just experienced. And so that is the analogy that we would use. It is a roller coaster with beds, and that allows you to rest and relax and incorporate the wild ride that you just went through. So, about this energy at the moment is a lull for you to incorporate. So, we would suggest, if you feel so inclined, to try to rest and relax and incorporate the energy. These times you are in are very fraught with so much energy, and these little respites are very, very important for all of you. You'll notice that in this time right now, that many of you who are able to pick up on the energy are feeling this as well, that there's a bit of a relaxation going on. There's a bit, the energy is not so intense at this moment. And that is by design. That is to help you. If you were bombarded continually with this energy, it might tire you out too much and you might give up the path. So it's so important that you have these rests and respites. It's important for all of you to rest when you do have time. Rest when these times appear, because they're there for you. They're there for you to rest. Now, to address this being's question about finding your way, finding your path in this world, and to address his question about what it is that you should be doing now with your lives, with the world, what we would say to all of you is that as this time is very, very important, as this time is a respite time, as this time is a break, it's an in-between time, what we would say to you is to look back at all of the things that you have been doing. Look back at all of the things that you have been doing and find out what seeds you have planted that have grown, that have sprouted now. How did you end up where you are now? What was the seed? What was the seed that was planted? What was the word? What was the idea that brought you to where you are right now? And to look at that and to understand what is it that you are planting now as well. To look at your life as this being said, yes, like a dream. Look at your life like a dream. Analyze every moment of it. Analyze every relationship. Now, we don't mean to fret over the relationships, but just to look at them as if they're a dream, as if it is a fleeting image. And what does this mean? In that whimsical way that you look at dreams and not the psychological way that you look at your life. It is important to look at your life in a whimsical way, to think of it as a dream, because that is what it will seem like to you after this life is finished, when you move on to other dimensions. This will seem like a dream, just like your dreams that you have at night. So why not take a look at this dream and see all of the different beautiful things that are happening to you? You can see everything from the two different lenses. You can see it from the lens of fear, or you can see it from the lens of love. And it is up to you. You can see it all as a nightmare, or you can see it all as the most beautiful dream imaginable. But what we would say to you, it is the same. The events that are happening are the same. It is all about the glasses that you wear. All right. All right, guys. So thank you very much for joining in. I hope you guys are hopeful, and hopefully I will see you all tomorrow. I'm going to cut this one short today, and I will do the Pocket of Peace tomorrow. Oh, hopefully. It's a really busy day tomorrow, but hopefully. So ciao for now, and hope you guys are hopeful. Ciao.